Welcome, Susan, to JJ's show here that we're going to put on a couple different places, YouTube and Facebook and Binge networks. And this is Susan Stanton. She has been a client and a friend for a long time, has been working with me in different ways on exercise and nutrition and even career and looking at life through law of attraction and listening to the podcasts. And one of the things that I'm really thrilled about that Susan has expanded, and Susan, I'll let you talk a little bit more about who you are and how we work together and how you've expanded. But from my point of view, in terms of the business side of things, not only have you had success with health, but you've also had success sort of breaking out of at least just the beginnings of the mindset of someone who's been a lifelong employee, right? And so for a long time, there's just this understanding. In fact, a lot of our sessions have taught me a lot about the things that I forget because it's been such a long time since I've been standing in your shoes and vice versa. You've never stood in my shoes. And so I get to share that with you and you get to share that with me. And one of the things that I'm really thrilled about is that you've sort of taken the leap into doing some things on your own and getting passionate about a project and a product that is beneficial for everyone. It's something that I use and it's something that you want to share with the world. So before we talk about that, why don't you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm Susan Stanton, and I've been lucky enough to work with JJ for 2 years and come to a couple of our events as well. And just love the energy that JJ brought, and I recognized that right away, and just felt I needed some life coaching. And as JJ alluded to, I've come a long way, a lot due to her help, and she helps me think outside of the box. Just law of attraction, for one thing, and also astrology, another way. And I've been a teacher for quite my 24th year, and to supplement my income, because I'm thinking about retiring soon. And but in a way that I am very much in a belief of the product. So I've been on a health quest, and it's part of the reason why I went to JJ in the first place. And this is a product that I really stand by because it's really shown results with me already. And I just also value JJ's opinion. And so kind of looked at it and thought, I'm going to try it. And I've already been on it for a few months, and my test results are already showing results. So I just love it.
That's great. So Susan, let's talk about, I keep wanting to bring forth that one session we had, and we were looking at your retirement, and we were looking at now what's going to happen now. And I remember because what it taught me was really got me very clear on people when it comes to money. And so I'm going to add law of attraction into this mix as well as health and this product that we're going to talk about, and opportunities people have both to try the product out and even to offer it to others if you feel compelled to do so. But is the idea of scarcity of money in particular. And for me, I live in a world as an entrepreneur where the world's a blank canvas, and I get to sort of create whatever I want to, put a price on it and sell it. Right. And I've created books and products and programs and workshops. And so for me, I look at everything as an opportunity on how to package and sell it if it's something of use and value to somebody else. But what I got really clear about was when you're a teacher and your passion is in education, which in a way, you're not really going to change your passion in education. You're going to change who you're educating and what you're educating them on. But in the classroom and in the structure of being a teacher, money isn't really a focus other than you collect your paycheck every, whatever it is, 2 weeks or a month. And then like most teachers, you go on a break in the summertime, and you can I know my brother is a school teacher, and sometimes he does summer classes and sometimes he doesn't. And I know other people who work in the school system who either go on a very long vacation or they find something else to do because either they need to or they want to. And the idea of scarcity of that most people, until you open your mind, and of course you're not going to be expected to know because you've never tried it before, how would you know? But when we started working with your future and looking at all the things that you're passionate about, we started creating things. And I got very excited. I don't know about you, but I got very excited about, I'm like, she's going to make more money in retirement than she did when she was working, because now it becomes about the passion and how to create things. And again, teaching and educating about a multitude of things. So one of the things that I turned Susan onto was as another revenue stream when she retires, besides the fact that we created all kinds of really cool reading programs, weekend, afternoon, multi-week, weekend workshops, tutoring, things like that, that she'll hopefully roll out when she retires, or maybe even as soon as the summer, to start practicing and playing with all the fun gifts that you have. But as an educator, the other thing that you're passionate about is health, because we've been working on it and you've been focused on it for so long. And, I'm not a big product pusher. Most of you know that. I mean, there are definitely some products that I use, and if I have them on the show, it means that I'm interested in it as well and that I believe that it works. I do not tell you to use something I do not use, and I do not tell you or suggest to you to try something I haven't tried. So when looking at Susan's opportunities of how she could take what she's learned and the passion she has for health and share that, one of the first companies that came to mind was Juice Plus. So I'm going to pass it on to you, Susan, and I'm going to let you talk about Juice Plus.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was on a health quest, and I wanted to get off my medications. I wanted to reduce toxins and inflammation in my body. And so when JJ told me about Juice Plus, I do not get near enough vegetables and fruits in my food plan at all. In fact, maybe if I eat vegetables, it's a couple, and I'm always watching my carbs, so I eat very little fruits anyway. So, Juice Plus made sense to me because it's over 40 plus varieties of fruits and vegetables. Now, if I was going to eat a vegetable, it'd be like two types probably. So I'm not going to get near as much. And fruits and vegetables, they have those phytonutrients, and they have those antioxidants and vitamins naturally in them that combat toxins and inflammation. So it just made sense to me. And it was kind of a simple step, taking capsules, basically to supplement the fruits and vegetables you're already taking. And I thought, what a great way for me to, supplement my normal intake, which was not very much. So, and there's so many toxins out there in the world. It's crazy that, my body was suffering from. And I was, one of the reasons I was working with JJ was to try to get healthier. I mean, there's a lot of personal things that I'm dealing with, as far as I have a chronic disease of diabetes, and I am basically right now on very little medication, and so I'm just so excited and pleased with the results that are happening for me. But I'm learning so much about things I never really learned about, but I knew about before. Just like the amount of toxins that were in my system. And, one of the reasons why, the diabetes, why I got it in the first place was the amount of toxins that were in my cells at the time, fat cells in my time. I wasn't that overweight when I got diabetes. And so, I was wondering, why did I get it? And so I realized through JJ and some other doctors I've talked to, the amount of toxins in those cells. And so I'm like, what a great way to combat toxins, right? And through vegetables and fruits. And so Juice Plus is basically whole foods. It's their main product. They have lots. I mean, well, they have maybe 10, but their main focus is the capsules, and it is whole foods. But it's not just, it's 40 plus varieties of fruits and vegetables, but it's not just that. It's like the peels that you would normally eat, or anything that might have nutritional value. Maybe it's the seeds or anything else you would normally not eat. And they take the water out, they put it into juice powder form, and they, it's like I said, it was vine ripened. A lot of things that you get in the grocery stores, they pick before they're vine ripened, so that it looks good once it gets to the grocery store, so you buy it that way. I like that idea, that it's grown in the most purest environment. And so It is backed by, it's the most nutritional research product in the world. And it's very scrutinized as far as the way it's made and all that. So it's been around for over 25 years. It's just a very, it's backed by quite a bit of research, and it's backed by quite a bit of support as far as how it's made and everything. And I loved all that. And the benefits that it's showing is incredible as to how it can help you through those antioxidants, phytonutrients, and such.
At the last event, Jeannie Peters, registered dietitian from Nourishing Wellness, and she even said, because there's another person who I've turned on to Juice Plus as well, and she mentioned it from the front of the room, and Jeannie has one of those scanners, right? The antioxidant scanners. So let's back up for a second for those of you that don't understand what an antioxidant is. So our bodies put out stress, let me think about it. Our body puts out energy in the form, because of stress, that will, if you can think of your car, will act as oxidation on your cells. Which means it kills your cells. It will create rust in your body. And when you talk about antioxidants, an antioxidant actually will neutralize any oxidation in your body. So if you have something that's coming into your body that's going to kill a cell, and you have an antioxidant, that neutralizes it so that it doesn't have the same negative effect on you. So the healthiest people with the strongest immune systems, and actually, Susan, your skin is looking really good too. I haven't seen you in a while, but I can tell you look a little more vibrant in your face and the skin. And that's because of all the antioxidants. And so Jeannie and Nourishing Wellness, the medical center, has a scanner that people will come in, and they'll put their hand on the scanner, and it will test how many antioxidants you have in your system. And most people come up absolutely horribly, because again, most people are not eating enough fruits and vegetables, especially vegetables. And so they don't have a lot of antioxidants. So when we look at our first defense of how we can fight off just normal stress from, if you drink coffee or alcohol, or if you have stress in your life and you get upset and the toxins in the air and the toxins in the water and the toxins in your food and the toxins in all your products that you use. I mean, we're bombarded with toxins. And so antioxidants are really important for helping to, again, combat the amount of toxins in our system and that we're getting exposed to. So what Jeannie said was that every time somebody comes in and has a high scan, she says, "You're on Juice Plus, aren't you?" And that was what, no, everyone, Juice Plus is it's a company like Avon or Mary Kay, and another one that I really like is Arbonne. And it is one of those companies, and I don't use a lot of those kind of companies, but I do use Juice Plus. And the reason is because the product is superior to a lot of the products that are on the market. And while you can buy antioxidants in the store, they normally have fillers. They normally they're not going to be completely absorbed. Not that we can actually control all of your absorption, because that's going to be case by case. But when I tested with a medical intuitive that I worked with, even another physician down the road here who's got amazing products, Juice Plus tested higher in a superfood way than his did, which is why I've always loved the product. But I've committed to having it, and I've been Doug's on it, and we have the gummies, and we have the regular capsules. Like, there's not that many products in Juice Plus. Like, you literally have the vegetable one, the fruit one, there's an orchard blend. Now there's an omega blend, that's completely vegan. The whole thing is completely vegan. And if you don't want to take a pill, you can have the fruit gummies, which taste like candy. They're hard not to eat more than 2 of them, and get some of the same benefits. So it really is a great product out there for anyone who's interested in increasing your antioxidants. Maybe you feel like, your skin is getting a little bit more wrinkly, or you're starting to see brown spots in certain places. You notice that your hair is turning gray faster, or you know that you are constantly around chemicals. Taking the product, and it's just 2 of each of them a day. I mean, so if you have 2 vegetable, 2 of the fruit, and 2 of the omegas, so it's only 6.
And 2 berries. So they've got the two fruits, 2 berries, and 2 the vegetables. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, and they're capsules, and even if and you can even put them, if you didn't want to swallow them, you could break them up and put them in your shake. You don't even have to swallow them if you have an issue with capsules. So they're really super easy. And I know so many people that have said since they've been on Juice Plus, they haven't gotten sick. They feel much better. Like you, so what numbers, Susan, did you do? I know you said you've taken some numbers.
Well, one of the things is like my cholesterol is down. My hemoglobin A1C is down a whole point. Yay.
Great.
And my blood sugars are down. And just overall, I mean, the glucose, the hemoglobin A1C, the cholesterol, they're already showing results. And it's not been very long.
Good.
So,
good. And I know that you have done some training, and it's been another thing that I do like. Sorry, I'm just gonna sell the product for you. The reason why I'm not selling Juice Plus, in case anyone's wondering, is because, as you know, I have my own products and stuff, and I take it. I'm an avid fan of the product. I tell everybody about it. If somebody in a session, in fact, I was doing a cooking class taste test for a family. I had to drive all the way up north for it was a long way away. And the son, the focus was the son, right? And the mom wanted him to eat better. And I brought out and I cooked and I made all these kinds of different things. I asked him what he would eat. But at the end of the day, I said to them, why don't you just get Juice Plus? And the guy happens to know the owner of Juice Plus. And so he got it. He's like, oh, is that good? I'm like, yeah, it's good. So, so nothing else. I'm like, give the kid some gummies and we'll continue working on the food thing. But in the meantime, get him these antioxidants. If he's not going to eat them, he can take the pill, or he can, better yet, eat the gummies. So the other product that I really love, for those of you listening, and I don't know if, Susan, if you have one yet. I don't have one. I will get one eventually, but it's the Tower Garden. The Tower Garden is designed, it's a hydroponic, so there's no soil involved. It's water and seeds and shoots and places for you to put in and grow your own vegetables and herbs. And the person who you work with, who I get my Juice Plus from, she's got a great Tower Garden. Every time I've been over there, I mean, she's making her salad from her Tower Garden. And again, guys, it's like, it's a tower garden. It's stacked on top of each other. So there's no excuse for, oh, I don't have a yard or I don't have dirt. You don't need either. In fact, it's super clean. But the Tower Garden is a very, very cool way to just start to grow some very easy, like Swiss chard and kale and basil and tomatoes and cucumbers and, basic lettuces. So the Tower Garden is another product that Juice Plus offers. But I mean, again, it's just a great company to check out. So I'll stop selling it now. And and Susan, and I'll defer to you. Is there anything else you'd like to say about what you've learned about the product, what you've experienced about the product, or what might have stopped you earlier, and what you think someone else needs to hear to just try it? Just try it just because it's good for them.
I think that one of the perks of Juice Plus is they really try to help out families. And so let's say that there's an adult that sponsors, so adults can sponsor a child. So for a family, let's say that adult gets a product, then their child can get a product for free up to 4 years. And I think that's lovely.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So let's say you have a husband and wife that each buy a product. Then their two children can also, get a product too for free, which is lovely, because then if you each get let's say the parents get a trio each, and then the children could get the trios and gummies up to 4 years free. And that's quite a bit of savings, And the other thing that would be kind of nice is that if you think about the price, let's say the trio, and that's what I was talking about, was the vegetables, the berries, and the fruits. And it's like JJ said, there's just 2 capsules, so 6 capsules a day for those of them. And they do it in a 4-month supply for you, because your cells rejuvenate every 4 months. And so basically the cost for those, all those 40 plus varieties of fruits and vegetables is basically a cup of coffee a day, like $2.38. So if you
if you go to Starbucks, it's less.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
Starbucks, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So if you think about it along those lines, and then, if you look to it, all the research that's done, it's just amazing as far as the benefits. I mean, you were talking about reducing the stress. I mean, it's talking about, improving cardio health and also even improving metabolism and supporting, like you were so nice of you saying that healthy skin and healthy gums and just, as far as they were even talking about studies with cancer survivors and people that smoke that it helps them improve their lung health. I mean, just all this, it's the most, like I said, most research product out there. And I've got my, the website that shows all the research and that's been done so far. And so just the benefits, just multi benefits besides helping, combat the toxins and all that. So that's exciting too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what else happens for you, because it's only been a couple months that you've been on the product, and I've been on the product for a while, and I have Doug on them, and like I said, he ordered the gummies and I ordered the pills, and we do both of them, and and as far as immunity goes, we're pretty good, and I would definitely recommend if someone feels like they may be coming down with a cold, you can even do more. Have both of the again, we're increasing the vitamin C and the vitamin A and your immunity and the antioxidants, which can help fight off things, and especially now during this time where we're getting off of like a major flu season. And then we're going to head into in September, as you know, another cold season with kids going back to school and all the germs that are going around. And so this is one of the products that forget fighting immunity, because I know I did a show recently on that specifically, but this is your everyday building blocks. This is that you are what you eat. And if you're someone who doesn't like vegetables or to eat at least a piece of fruit, high density nutritional fruit, like a berry, like a blackberry or raspberry or blueberry. If that's just not your thing and you're kind of lazy about it, which is totally cool, but you understand that it's good for you, this is another way to go. And I did not know about the families and the kids. That's amazing. So if you want your kids to just, again, eat better, the gummies are awesome. Just don't eat the whole bag. They're not candy. It's funny because Doug loves the red ones. He loves the red ones and I like the green ones. And he's like, you like the green ones? I'm like, yeah, it's like a green smoothie in a pill. A bunch of green vegetables that taste good. I mean, and I love vegetables anyway, but like they taste sweet and they taste a little tangy and I love them. I mean, it's really like if I want a piece of candy, I'll go have a Juice Plus gummy instead of a piece of candy. I don't rarely eat candy, but let's say I have a sweet tooth and I want dessert and I'm not going to go have a piece of chocolate or bake a cake because I feel like having a little bite of something. I'll literally go have a gummy and it satisfies my sugar craving. And they're gluten-free. Everything's dairy-free. Everything is soy-free. Everything is vegan. It's just a really high quality product. So what I'm excited about is that Susan's involved, and not only is it helping your health, it will help your future and it will help you continue to share what you do best, which is to educate people. And now we're going to do it in the ways of health. So
thank you, JJ.
You're welcome. So if people want to order it from you, because you can't buy Juice Plus in a store and you can't buy Juice Plus on Amazon, and you have to know somebody, and now here's what I love about working with somebody, because I've been working with somebody. In fact, my shipment is on its way, but normally she'll check in with me to see, if it's time, like, how are you doing is it going well? Are you ready for your next shipment? And there's been times where I've been on some other protocol with some supplements and I stopped taking them for a couple of weeks and I'll say, oh no, just push it out another month. So the fact that I get to be checked in on a regular basis to see how I'm doing, and the personal attention is really good. And it's a 4-month supply that gets sent all at one time. And then you ration it out over, and it's a really great way to also make sure that you do it. Like I have the pill box and we fill up the pill boxes. And so if someone wants to work with you and figure out where they should start, they've got a family, or maybe they know a family where the kids eat terribly and they want to make that better, how can they get a hold of you? Great. And I will put that underneath this video so anyone can click on that. And then we'll also, is your phone number on the website?
It's not, no, but I can give my personal email too.
Great. I will put both of those underneath this. And any other last things you want to share about someone who has said, well, this is all well and good, but I take my vitamins, or do I really need another vitamin? Or I'm not sure, I'm skeptical, because, what would you say?
Well, I'd say this isn't a vitamin. that this is it's basically whole foods with so much more. I think the vitamins and things that you get in the store, like you were saying, JJ, have so many fillers and stuff in it. It's just, I mean, it has vitamins in it, obviously, that are naturally in fruits and vegetables anyways. So I guess it's got vitamins in it, but it's so much more than that. And I think for me, it came to a point where health is everything. And, at my age, I was feeling the results of not taking care of myself. And I thought, I need to turn this around. And so number one, I hired JJ as a life coach. Number two, I said, health has got to be my priority. And this was a simple way to fight toxins and to help build up that support I needed within myself internally. And I mean, 6 capsules a little days. And it's like you said, you don't like to take capsules. You can break it into a smoothie, like JJ said, or take gummies, which are really kind of like candy. So I thought that it was a simple way to take care of myself for a minimal cost, really. And so it just came to the point for me that now is the time, because to fight for me and to take health as my number one priority. And so, I mean, so many doors have opened since I've met JJ, and I just love that law of attraction and just learned so much from her, and just the fact of thinking outside the box. Wow, it's just huge, and just as far as, when you're used to just getting, once you just don't know the possibilities until you work with someone that offers all of these strategies and all of these ideas. That she's so creative, and it's just lovely. So I just can't thank you enough, JJ.
Oh, thanks, Susan.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, our sessions help me too. I definitely, you've been a great source, a great muse for me to, talk about on the podcast. And thank you. Susan did a show on the podcast. I think we called it it wasn't, you call Healing Day.
I call Healing Day.
Emotional detoxing. That's what the name of the show is. Emotional detoxing was how I started. And then all of a sudden started calling it Healing Day. And I'm like, okay, we're going to leave it there. That's much more positive. But the goal was to actually extract out, any negative feelings that we hold on to that also cause pain, disease, and ailments in your body. But from a nutritional side, I'm really excited that you're on this journey, both taking the product as well as offering it to other people and helping other people get set up with it. So it was not something that I could do. I do not have time to focus on it, but I absolutely 100% am a client. I use it. I promote it. I believe in it. And I think more people should be doing it. So it's probably the next step is probably for me to order for my mother and father. I should have to make sure my mother's going to take them, because she is terrible about taking vitamins. But if I could say, I'm going to get this for you, or are you going to take it? If she says yes, then that'll be the present this year for like Mother's Day or something, or in Father's Day. Here's your, because they don't need anything. Quit sending us stuff. But they'll take the health things, because I want them. So think about your car. If you leave it out, if you're on the East Coast for sure, or in Europe, if you leave your car outside for a long time and you never do anything about it, the rust will absolutely build up if you don't deal with snow and rain and the all the salt from the roads that get on your car. We don't have that problem on the West Coast, but people on the East Coast understand rust, right? And if you're not actively doing something every day to ward off rusting inside your body, you use a microwave, you eat dead food, you have lots of toxins and alcohol and coffee and chemicals and dyes. If that is part of your everyday process and you are doing nothing to ward it off with extra antioxidants, that you're going to get to a point where you go, oh my God, what have I done? And while you can reverse it, it will take more effort in the beginning, more time, and possibly more money to start to backtrack and clean up kind of the mess that you made. So think ahead here, guys. You are constantly in the aging process, rusting. And the more stress you have and the worse you kind of take care of yourself, the more rusting you do. So here is a very simple solution that makes a lot of sense to slow that down, both anti-aging as well as immunity and health in general. So
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
Susan, you're welcome. So get in touch with Susan if you're interested in trying Juice Plus. Again, you've heard my recommendation, and you can talk to her more directly about your situation and see what would work for you. I don't know all the other ins and outs about it because I started off loving it anyway because of the quality. And I would say definitely be in touch with Susan. So Susan, thank you for coming on today and talking about not only your work with me, but your work with Juice Plus and the results that you've seen in your health and in your life, and wanting to share that with others.
Thank you, JJ. Thanks, everybody. Look forward to talking with you. Bye-bye.